Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you a game between Levon Aronian and Anish Giri, which was played in 5th round on We Are Chess Masters in Germany. Let's jump into the game. Aronian was white and Giri was black. Aronian started with e4, Giri responded with e5, knight to f3, knight c6, bishop b5. This is so-called Spanish or Lopez opening. And Giri goes for his knight to f6, so-called Berlin defense. Here we can play anti-Berlin with d3, but Aronian chooses to play castling, knight takes e4, rook e1, attacking the knight, knight to d6, and here already happened interesting move. Instead of taking knight here on c6, which is the most common move, Aronian played a4, and after bishop to e7 he played knight to c3, a6, bishop to f1, and now also interesting move by Giri, e4, sacrificing this pawn, knight to e4. Here instead of e4, it's the most popular and the best move is f6, and after d4 black plays knight to f7, but takes, d5, rook to e1, bishop g4. Now this pin is very annoying for white. Bishop to h5, and now bishop to e2, castle, d4, rook to e8, knight to e5. Interesting move by Lev. Takes, and knight takes e5. Here Levon Aronian said after the game that he and Giri discussed that queen to d6 would be the best move in this position. But now Aronian took on e5, queen to d7, queen d3, centralizing the queen, rook a to d8, b3, queen to e6, and now black has two options, either putting the bishop on d2 or on b2. Lev said that he didn't like putting bishop on b2 because of c5, and then maybe eventually d4, and then after that he will have to reroute his bishop back to d2. So instead, in this position, he played bishop to d2, queen g6, and f4. He said that probably most ambitious would be to play like this, g4, c5, f4, queen c6, and f5. But okay, also this is the double-edged, and now white king is weaker and so on. So after this he decided to play f4, and now comes f5, which is actually an inaccuracy. Black should have taken the queen with queen to d3, cd, c5, f5, b5, and so on. Now very good move by Lev, b4, queen e6, but instead of queen to e6, Aronian said that he thought that Giri would reply like this, taking on b4, and if bishop takes, there's queen to b6 check, and after king to h2 we can pick up the bishop. But instead black went for queen to e6, c3, and c5 was strategically wrong move here. Instead he should have played c6, because c5, bc, bishop takes check, bishop e3, bishop takes, queen takes, rook to c8, rook to b1. Now rook is very strong on this file. Queen to c6, black has to guard b7 pawn, queen d4, b5, takes, king to h2, rook e to d1, d8, rook e3, queen c4, many maneuvering moves here, rook to g3, queens are exchanged, rook to c4. Now this pawn is under attack, but white goes for counterplay with rook takes b5, rook takes here, rook b7, and now of course this is a big threat to take here, so black has to play g6. Rooks go to a3, and white wants to reroute his rooks to the 7th rank. Rook takes here, rook a to e7, and now huge blunder, which loses the game, rook to e4. Here, instead of rook to e4, rook to h4 was better. King g3, g5, rook g7 check, king h8, and so on. And after rook to e4, Aronian played rook to g7, and now black has two options, either to go to f8 or h8. Giri made a mistake and played king to f8. And Aronian said in his post-match interview that he calculated like 20 moves in advance that king to h8 would be a draw. Let's see how. Rook takes here, king g8, rook's check, king f8, rook f7 check, king g8, rook check, king h8, rook takes pawn, rook e5, rook g5, d4. Now this pawn is running. Rook takes f5, rook f5, rook f5, d3. Now white has to go block that pawn. d2, rook d1, rook d3, king g1, king g7. Now king goes here, king f2, king h6, king e2, rook here. White has to be careful not to lose this pawn, so rook to g1 has to be played. King g5, take, king h4, king e2, king f2, sorry, rook g8 and king f2. Or here, actually, you have to play g4, and actually in this position this is a draw. Quite astonishing. White is 2 pawns up and it's still a draw. So let's see what happens after king to f2. Black can just give checks to white's king, and this is a draw. But let's see what happens if we play g4. King takes h3, g5. King f3 and king h4. And after g5, of course, not taking here because it's mate on h1, but just king to h5, and this is a draw. So quite astonishing draw after 20 moves. Of course, it's logical that it's hard to calculate all this, that this is a draw and this is not. But let's see what happened in the game. King to f8, rook's check, king e8, rook takes h7, rook h4, rook e7 check, king f8, rook f7 check, king g8, rook g7, king h8, take the pawn, d4, rook d6, and now black can't take because this pawn will promote sooner. So instead he went to c8, rook to f7, rook f4, e6, king g8, rook d to d7, and after this black resigned, because what happens, let's see what happens after rook to e4. We can do check, king here, check, king here, another check, king f8, and e7 is winning. Yes, very impressive play again by Aronian. He beat Giri after 1 year of unbeaten streak. I think of something around 30 or 28 unbeaten games. So I hope you like this video, and please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in next video. Bye.